Hi Gemini, welcome to How I Love Tarot. This is your October 2021 Money, Career and Finance reading. I've already pulled your tarot, and what is sitting in your present position is to clarify this reading is for you. If this does not make sense to you in this present position, one of two things may be happening. You're watching this reading too early and you need to watch it at the end of October, so put it in a playlist and come back, or this is not your reading. If you come back at the end of October and this present position still does not make sense, and this is definitely not your reading. I'm going to go ahead and begin here. We have the Privileged Lady, Courthouse, Three of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Three of Wands in your present position. So the Gilded Tarot right here is clarifying your present position with the Kipper cards that are right there. So Spirit, can you bring forward the present position for Gemini? What is going on in money, career and finance in their present position? It feels here, Gemini, as if you are, there's been a lot of turbulence. There's been a lot of indecision. There has been a lot of unknown factors, but known factors. There's a little bit of an stable environment, but yet there is stability. So it's, what I feel here is like you're on a teeter-totter, and 1 minute you can look at what is around you and see the stability in the situation, and the next minute you kind of go from one extreme to the next where you're wanting to change everything and move in a different direction. So the inability to anchor, or feel anchored is what I should say. The inability to feel anchored in your present position is causing a lot of turmoil and turbulence in your life. I can see here that you are in a situation that is, it's really, there's a lot of emotional energy here. There is a lot of, I wouldn't say that there is a lot of thinking going on. There's a lot of reacting going on. There is a lot of, I'm not saying that you're not thinking about the decisions that you have to make. That you are doing. But what's happening is that in your emotional energy, your emotions are driving these decisions. And so that's why the teeter-totter effect, right? So let me give you an example. In money, right, you should never make an emotional decision. If you're going to make a big purchase, you're not supposed to make an emotional decision about that big purchase, right? It's meant to be a logical decision, an unemotional decision, a very detached decision, so you can see things from a bird's eye view and you can make the right decision. But whenever you've got money wrapped up in an emotional decision, then it is possible for you to make an incorrect decision, because it's, because emotions are transient. They come and go all day long. And so the mood that you woke up in this morning is not going to be guaranteed. It's not going to be the mood that you're in at lunchtime. It's not going to be the mood that you're in at tea time, if you're in England, 3 o'clock. And it's not going to be the mood that you're in at dinner time, and it's not going to be the mood that you're in at bedtime, right? So what it shows here is that your mood is going up and down. And because of that, your choices about money and career are going up and down. It does feel here as if you want to create stability for people that are important to you, but you're distracted. In your energy, there's a lot of distraction here. A lot of emotions, a lot of distraction. You're working hard, but it doesn't feel as if what you're working hard in is providing you the clarity that you want. It's not providing you the anchoring that you're looking for. It's not providing you what it is. It's busy energy. And so what it's doing is it's taking that emotional energy and you're exhausting it by kind of putting your mind into something to create something. But what you're creating is, it just feels like it's going around in circles. It feels as if you're back to square one. That's sitting in your present position. In your strength position, many cards came out for you. And, excuse me, Gemini. So in your strength position, we have house. Now I never usually read the Kipper cards in the reverse position, but this felt strongly like it needed to be in the reverse position, house. Here we have 7, which is message. I'm going to put it right here so I can see it. Next we have courtship in your strength position. Next we have high honor. All these Kipper cards came out for you. There's only meant to be 1 card per kind of section of the reading, but all these cards came out for you. Spirit wanted me to take all of them, and they're clarified by the King of Swords. So Spirit, can you go ahead and let's see if I can turn this a little bit more. Can you blend with my energy? Let me know what's going on in the strength position with Gemini. What is happening here? Let's start with the house. This house right here. So there is a situation and a feeling that if you move, it will create the stability that you want. Spirit, this is sitting in the strength position, but the house is in the reverse position. And what it makes me feel like is that not moving is going to be, the strength is, Spirit, bring that through clearly. I need to turn this around. Gemini, give me a minute here. Something has disrupted the harmony in the home, with your stability in your house, in your home. You don't feel comfortable there, but to be honest, Gemini, it's not the home, it's not the house, it's not the location. You are not feeling comfortable within yourself. So it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter what job it is. It doesn't matter if it's in the most luxurious dreamscape that you can imagine, that you then go and move your business or your job or your situation or your career into a new location, a new environment, a new start. That is not going to settle what's going on internally within you. And so that's why the house is in the reverse position, because it shows here, Spirit, be very clear. Please be very clear with the house in the reverse position. In the strength position, can you make it clear to me? Speak through me, please. With the house in the reverse, in the strength position, tell me the meaning as I move forward. You've got a news here. You've got news here, Gemini. You've got news. This has to do, okay, for some of you, this has to do with a situation, to do with your personal situation, to do with your emotions, to do, you know, that emotional energy, right? So something is disrupting your energy. There has been communication, recent communication. For some of you, this has to do with love. For others of you, it has to do with family or people that you care about. But there has been disruptive, there has been communication that has been disruptive. There, you know, the house is in the reverse position here, because for some of you, what's going on is that something has ended here. And it could be a marriage, it could be a relationship, it could be the direction you were building everything for. And so now that that has been disrupted, you feel extremely lost. For others of you where that has not happened, Spirit, bring forward the house in the reverse position. Should Gemini move or should Gemini stay? Spirit is saying stay. Spirit is saying that no matter where you go, it's not going to provide it's not going to provide the happiness, the stability, the respect, the reciprocation that you're looking for, because none of that can be found externally. You're in a place in your life, Gemini, that you're extremely fed up. You're extremely upset about something. And in your strength position, it shows here that that you, let's go into the prospect of occupation and job and career. It shows here that you are communicating. It shows here that you are going after kind of new situations, and you are engaging in new types of ideas and opening up your mind to put yourself out there. However, what ends up happening is anything that does come your way, it just still doesn't feel right. And again, there's this thing about respect. There is this notion in your strength position of being very direct and very sharp with your words. This came out in your general reading. So I don't know if there is a bleed over effect into your personal life. I don't know if something's happened in your personal life and it is now moving, permeating all areas of your life, including money, career, business, entrepreneurship, all of that. There is a lot of disruption in your energy. And Spirit is bringing me back here to the King of Cups, because we got the King of Cups and we got the King of Swords. Yeah, that there is you're not settled, Gemini. You're not going to find what you're looking for in a new experience. You're not going to find it in a new location. You're not going to find it. And I've just got to be clear about that. So for those of you that are thinking that's what's going to happen, you'll have a new situation, you'll have a new environment, you'll have new people around you. It's a distraction. So Spirit, why is it coming out in their strength position? Spirit is saying because you've got to understand it. You've got to understand where these feelings are coming from, and you've got to put them where they belong. When you put them where they belong, then you will begin to have clarity. When you realize that the respect that you're seeking has to do with self-respect, when you realize that the love that you're seeking, or the reciprocation that you're seeking, it begins and ends with you. It is how you treat yourself. It is not projecting out these needs onto external things that you think will bring you happiness. This is a very strange reading, Gemini. I hope you're not lost, because this is not the general energy that I usually get for you in readings. This is just very, very because even sitting here in the strength position, I feel like you're at war. I feel like you're at war with yourself. I feel like you're reaching out, you're pulling at straws to try and create this thing that is, it feels like the uncomfortableness, the disruption within you, that noise is getting louder and louder. And it feels like what's your general reading? I know it's not going to apply to everybody, Gemini, but something is happening that it feels like it is. You know what it feels like? It feels as if, when a tornado begins, it just begins on the floor and it builds up and it gets higher and higher before it starts to, gain momentum and bring in the dust and bring in you know, bringing items into the tornado, and it's moving, and it's kind of like wherever it moves to, there's this chaos that it keeps picking up. And so spirit world is making me feel here that if you do that, if you move, it's not going to provide you the what you're looking for. It just isn't. Yes, you may have a job. Yes, you may have more income. Yes, you may like the house that you're living in or the view from your home. That is a shiny new toy, Spirit is making me feel. That is very, very temporary, because when the novelty wears off, what you will be back to, I get it now, Spirit, what you will be back to is that your house is not in order. And what Spirit is talking about is internal. Your internal life is not in order. And the more you seek it outside of yourself, the more it will continue to be chaotic. There is a lot of disruption here. There's a lot of grief here. There is a lot of emotional energy that is driving your decisions. And the strength is that you are communicating, but the communicating, we've got here the King of Swords. The communicating can, even though you're trying to be gentle, Gemini, something is happening in your energy where the communicating is coming across as abrupt. It's coming across as combative in some way. So, you know, when we're not happy internally and we smile, our eyes give away the fact of whether we're happy or not. Our facial expression gives it away. It doesn't matter that we put a smile on our face. You know, people read each other instinctively. So even though you're putting out to the world, you know, I'm willing, I'm able, I want to work with you, I want to build something here with you. And that could be new relationships in career, that could be networking, that could be going for job interviews, that could be working with people that help you in your business, or like directions for entrepreneurship. Bringing in money in a way that is separate from like a job or something like that. Like you could have some type of something that you're doing where that brings in additional money, and it's kind of like your side hustle. And it feels here in your strength position that your strength is that you're keeping going. The strength is that you're having these moments of insight. And the strength is that you're realizing that you're having a profound shift. You're not at the end of it though. So there's a lot of realization energy going on, but there's also a lot of physical energy going on. So some of that information is a little bit distorted currently. In your challenge position, and I know I read your strength position, and that really felt like a challenge rather than a strength. But in your challenge position for money, career, and finance, we have here something is distracting you. We have what has ended here, 9 of Cups. You're trying to put on a front, Gemini, and you feel that it's working. For some of you, you know, we've got the 9 of Cups here, and for some of you, you're drowning your sorrows. For some of you, you're putting it out there. You know, I'm good, I'm happy, I'm doing well. You know, everything's going great, but you're not. You've got an energy, a very black and white energy right now, Gemini. So you're really in the throes of who you are as a Gemini sign. Gemini signs, you know, the twins, right? You can operate under stress in extremes. And so it's an all or nothing scenario. But the mask goes on when you are in that much stress. And it looks here that you are trying to make... you're trying to come across as you're good, you're fine, you've got it together. But what it's showing here in your... And for some people, they're believing that. For most people, they're not, but they're not confronting you because you've got a harshness in your energy. So they're not going to confront you. You're creating a defense mechanism around you, and you're thinking about a situation it is consuming you. You're thinking about someone, it's consuming you. You're thinking about relationships, it's consuming you. And that is what you're hiding. And that's in your challenge position. And you're trying to create something new in this environment, whether it be a new relationship. You're kind of going about it in a very you're not paying attention to creating anything new in a new relationship. You're still focused on the past and what's ended. And so what's right in front of you, you're not paying attention to. I'm so sorry that you're going through this, Gemini. Gemini, there's a lot of stuff here going on in your reading that is stressful. Let's take a look at the outcome. All right, regardless of the emotional stuff that's going on, you are going to get some type of movement forward in money, career, and finances. You are going to have additional money coming in. You are going to be working on something not necessarily new, but kind of you're going to expand what you're doing. It doesn't feel like you're happy. We've got the Six of Wands in the reverse position. And so this card fell on the floor and I asked Spirit, do you want it upright or reverse? And Spirit said both. And so I understand now why. Because basically what will happen is you will have you'll get the money coming in. You may even get a new job or career or what it is that you're looking for. You're going to be having victory in that. But what it shows here also is that it is not providing you the happiness that you want. You're still uncomfortable. You're still unhappy. It doesn't matter to you that there is victory in the money department. Once it comes your way, it's neither here nor there to you. Once you expand what you're doing and, there is a flow of income coming to you, it's neither here nor there to you. It has very little effect on your overall mood. And so it does feel like for some of you here, Spirit just came in and said you need to slow down. You need to slow down, Gemini. And in the month of October, while you are having such emotional energy, you do not need to be making big decisions. Yes, if you feel like you want to go ahead and expand what you're doing and it's already in place, you can do that. But again, it's very, very superficial. You'll see the money, you'll see the contracts, you may get a job, you'll see success here. That's in the outcome. But I'm a psychic and a medium, Gemini. I can feel the energy that's coming out in these cards. I can feel your energy and you're very, very unhappy still. So Spirit, do you want to go ahead and pull one more card on can we get some advice for Gemini, please? Can we get some advice? Hold on, Gemini, let me just I just don't feel like I want to leave you there. It doesn't feel right. So just bear with me 1 second. Let me get advice from the spirit world in regards to your energy and this feeling of unhappiness. Spirit, what does Gemini need to do? What will help Gemini? What will help Gemini? What will help? Keep it on the table. Keep it on the table, please. Keep it on the table. Nothing's coming out, Spirit. I need advice for Gemini. Crying out loud, Gemini, I have no space. Oh, is that it? Oh dear. All right, I get it. Just give me one card. Nothing's coming out. Okay, thank you. Okay, so Gemini, what's happening is spirit world is blending with my energy here. Like I said, I'm a psychic, but I am also a medium. You're overwhelmed right now, and you're making life decisions, and you've been doing that, trying to find center for a very, very long time. And the advice from the spirit world is that you've got to let things slow down within you. You've got to stop moving. You've got to stop chasing your tail. You've got to stop externalizing your happiness, and you've got to deal with what's making you very, very unhappy. So money, career, and finances, you'll always figure it out, Gemini. You're Gemini. And so you can figure it out and you can get those needs met. It shows it right here. But what is more important is you're going to cycle over and over and over again. And that's what's stressing you out, because as time is moving forward, you keep moving, you keep looking for the next best thing, and it is not settling your soul. And so things are slipping through your fingers because you're not dealing with what you need to deal with on an emotional level. So best to allow things to settle within you. Allow things to slow down. Stop creating the distractions by moving. Stop creating the distractions by looking for something new, and allow things to just settle. And Spirit makes me feel here, if you allow things to settle until the end of December, beginning January, where you stop completely, if you're applying for jobs, stop completely. If you're looking to move, stop completely. If you're looking to have a new career, whatever it is, and you're trying to come up with all these ideas, stop all the idea building, because the unhappiness is so profound that you're going to have to stand still and let everything settle. And then you'll be able to see clearly. Spirit says the sun will come out again, but you have to allow the events that have built up until this point. You have to deal with them now. You can't keep running from them. And this stuff, money, career, and finance, will work out. And I'm getting it strongly that you shouldn't move. I'm getting it strongly that you've got to stop looking externally for your happiness, and you've got to stand still. Gemini, I hate to leave the reading there, but I feel like now I'm going in circles because I'm saying the same thing over and over again. So I want to leave you there in the reading. Check out your general reading. This may not obviously be your reading. I'm sure though, if you're listening to the reading at this point, it's resonating with you. I'm sorry that you're going through this. Things will settle down like the spirit world says, but in order for that to happen, you got to stop kicking up the dust. And the way that you're kicking up the dust is with the busy energy of creating distractions and not sitting still. Spirit also shows me right here, those of you that are creating numbing behaviors through indulgence, through alcohol, drugs, whatever you're doing to excess, Spirit says to not do that, right? Because from now until the end of December, beginning January, you got to stop everything so the emotions can begin to come to the surface. And when they begin to come to the surface, you can feel them, move through them, and let them go. All right? Gemini, it's going to get better emotionally. It will. It always does. And you're going to figure it out. And I will speak to you soon.